Alright, let's see. Like that. I can have the music a bit louder for myself. Live. Cool. Let's keep going. I have more scripting to do. Specifically, Immortal, Elite Immortal. These are probably strong units. So I think, let's just check in Advanced Gene Editor what they look like. Oh, Mesopotamian Pillar, no. We're like 2-1. Specifically, what kind of attack are we looking at? Drone attack 10. What armor does this thing have? Yeah, no. Okay. So that. Let me do this. We'll probably just copy the hunt course. Two, 101. Mortal. And the question is also where we put this thing on our other lists. And for that, maybe like this. I should decide what the best view is for all of this stuff. Alright, it shouldn't be in Scouts with less than 10 attack. It could be in this second set here, maybe? Alright, these are ones with no attack. How about this set here? With like Berserks, Jaguar Warriors. Yeah, somewhere in this list is good. Mortal should go into there. Free up some more space. And I think I'll just leave up one of these windows though. We'll go like that so you guys can see a bit more. Then the Elite Immortal is... What did I say for this set of units? Oh no, I'm scrolling the wrong list again. I think elite unique units. Elite. Elite. They probably need to go over here into this. Yeah, elite. I think I have no elite units in the first set. No elite unique units. No. Copy, there we go. Put that one, 3B, 3C down here. Free up some space here as well. Cool, next unit. The Strategos and Strategos, okay. Too many windows open. Strategos has 50 attack. I'm not seeing a range either, so this thing is just very strong. Oh. Strategos. Elite Strategos. 4 and 5. Copy them over into the... Wait, it's 15 attack. Do I even put that in the palisade wall thing? What kind of stuff do I have in that list? It has stuff like an Imperial Centurion, though. Boy, alright, we could probably fit the Strategos into there, yeah. All this stuff is also gonna have to go into the DM list. We could do that as well after we do the hop. Let's just do the hoplite first, might as well. That's gonna be placed anyway. What kind of stats are we looking at with the... Oh wait, Hippeos. Strategos. These are all... This is also infantry. This one has 9 attack. That's a lot of armor. This thing is pretty strong. We're gonna have to test some of these, probably generate them. Well. They're 7 and 8. Yes. They're all infantry units though, so I think I don't give them a deathmatch, right? None of them are particularly fast. 2.85. 0.9. 1.1. I feel like even a 1.1 is not particularly fast. Eagle Scout is 1.1, 1.3. I'm going to check what I give for deathmatch. In deathmatch, just scrolling back a bit, I did a bit of work here offline today. Karambit. We have stuff like a Karambit in there. I could probably put in the Boros of Mir. Karambits are kind of fast though, right, too? Karambit. They're 1.2. Or like a Shotel Warrior, 1.2. Let's give them We'll give them the one, what was it, the Hippeus. That one was kind of fast. Elite Hippeus? No, wait, it wasn't. Which one of these was faster? It was a fast one of these. Hell, I haven't played. The Immortal is 1.1. We can give an Elite Immortal. For DM. Okay. Good. Continuing, we then have the Hoplite. Elite Hoplite. Basically just copy this code again that we're using here. That was 7 and 8, and the Hoplite 10 and 11. Hoplite, light, light. Paste this one over here. Good. Alright. Cool. So we're done with this section. Scroll down a bit more. Shipyards, these are buildings, 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 these are ships. I'll make note of them for now, or do we already prep the ships? Just put in something here, if false. We'll need these ships later. Boat type. Oh, we're just gonna put them all in for now, right? Two, 1, 2, 3. Lemon boss. War Lambos. Heavy Lambos. Elite Lambos. Actually, yeah. Elite, so 27 is the monoream. Biream. Biream. And then 30 we have the Antiquity Galley. Galley. Okay. Antiquity galley. Antiquity galley. The right proper way to describe this thing. It's basically the regional skin for the galley. We need the fire ship. Incendiary craft. All of these will be useful when we get to doing the ship scouts. After we're done with the unit scouts. Okay. Good. This section done. Let's scroll on some more. Ah, catapult ship. We have a few more ships. The catapult ship is at 38. Monitor ship. And the Leviathan. Good. That's all the standard ships. Well, except for the waistering ship, which we still get to later. Antiquity fishing ship. We'll ignore these buildings and get here to the antiquity fishing ship. I think there are multiple copies of this in the list of ships as well. Transport ship. Good. I mean, it's actually called a merchant ship. Fine, we'll call it a merchant ship. War Chariot and Elite War Chariot. Those seem to be melee units. So we get back over here. War Chariot. Elite War Chariot. So the War Chariot can be copied. The Elite War Chariot can be copied over where we have the Elite. It also needs to be 51, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And it became copied into the DM scout pool as well. Well, the normal War Chariot can go into the... Go a bit higher on the list that you guys can't see right now, presumably. 1A, the medium attack list. There we go. Alright. Time to continue on. Okay, this is, I think, the polar mark in different ages. String ship, what else have we got here? The cliffs we don't care about. I'll leave this so that you guys can see stuff. Greek Army 10 we also don't care about, something like that. Yeah, let's check out the polar mark. 4, 7, 9, 3 with 848. There's another copy of the Hippeus. Hallmark is kind of fast. Kind of weak though. Alright, okay. I think I know how we handle this one. H2. H3. H4. H3 with... It's got to be one of those tech. I haven't played with these civs enough to be able to properly say what that technology does. Okay, so the Age 1 version is meant to be used in Dark Age. It has only 4 attack. That thing can go into the early scout pool here. Well, we might as well put the other versions... I mean, what's the difference between the Age 1 and Age 2 version? This one has 3 pierce armor and no other armors. In the second Age it's a melee armor. Its hit points increase. Then its attack increases. Yeah, I think we give the weak one in the low scout pool, and the Age 2 version we give in the medium scout pool. Honestly, at that point though, we could probably give all of them the even this one here is only 9 attack. Yeah, we give all the other ones. Let me compare the... Let's see what that tech does. Tech. They're not listed on this site. Well, damn. Okay, guess we're not seeing that right now. We'll test it and we'll check in game afterwards. I could also check now. I have a bunch of windows open. Let's just... You guys can't see it unless I cancel. Where's the tech tree? Oh, they're not listed because they're not in antiquity mode. Oh, they are listed. Alright, I will show you guys this. So let's hide a couple windows briefly. Alright, who gets the pole mark? Presumably it is this part, so that makes sense. Aura radius increase makes military units regenerate HP. Okay, that's what it does. Good to know. Let's continue. I guess we'll give the age 4 and the age 3 with the special tech. We'll put those into the deathmatch scout pool, I'd say. Good. Alright, now we're at the second copy of the Hippias. Which probably they can be trained in multiple locations, that's why they exist in multiple instances here. So let's just copy what we already have here. It's at 6.8. Then we've got the oystering ship. That's just a type of fishing ship, though. Oystering ship. And then the immortal can become ranged. Right, let me check. This was an Athenian unique unit, wasn't it? Strategos. Immortal. Alright, right. If this thing is ranged... Alright, if it can switch between... Then we have to move around where we put the immortal. Okay. Immortal ranged has 5 ranged. 5 range. 6 range. Okay. For ranged. Ranged. Let's copy both of these and check where we have Immortal in our list. So I allowed the Immortal here. We have Advanced Heavy Cross. We have Archer of the Eyes here, so we can allow a ranged Immortal as well. That's back where we were. Wait. Immortal. Oh, because it's deathmatch pool, right? Okay, we'll put in a ranged Immortal in there for them too. Good. Continue. Greek army tent, marble cliffs. Hoplite with Xyphos. Oh my goodness, all of these units are separate copies when they have different techs. Let me check what the Hoplite with Xyphos says. Hoplites and monotremes +1 attack for every 10 nearby enemy military units, maximum +3. Okay, fine. That is fine by me. So we need to this window, I need this window. Give me the hoplite. Copy. With. It might be like it's not a x, but a sh sound. Xyphos. Don't know my Greek pronunciation. Alright, now let's put these wherever they need to go. Light. No, we don't want to paste it there because we want them to be in order. There we go. Good. Alright, continuing on the list. Short marble cliffs, short cliffs, short cliffs, short cliffs. Projectile. Right. Strategos. Taxiarchs. My goodness, they duplicated a lot of units for this. Alright. Just as a reminder, the Strategos is trained by the Athenians. And it gives +1 attack to nearby melee units, and the aura is larger. Okay. Fine, we'll do the same as we did before. We're just going to copy the Strategos. Watch the ships also do this business. Copy both of these. I'm going to go find Strategos in our document. Okay. I'm not putting a lot of these into the DM scouts. I think that it makes sense to not do that, though. Basically keep horses, fast infantry, but mostly mounted units. Elite Strategos, that's where we were. These are not units. Spawner AI hit object. Flags, Athenian flags. I could use these flags, but I don't really need them for much statues. Now we have more pole marks. Oh my goodness. So the other tech that they can get, checking the tech tree again, you guys can't see this, but I'll tell you what it is in a second. With radius increased, military units move faster. That's what that one does. So, we'll mark H4 with right. 2270. So the Elite Strategos with Taxiarchs, that was dead. Oh, these are, I've also didn't. These should be. Yeah, these should be 2, 2, 2, 7. I need to go fix this. 2, 2, 2, 8. Sure that we actually have the right constants everywhere. Okay, right. So the Strategos with tax, we're gonna bring them to 188. Presumably the Elite Hoplite with Sufos is actually correct, 188. 70, 60, 60. Everything else looks to be in order. Alright, so the pull mark with euphorate is 270. Now we have... These are going to be used super overrepresented if I really keep all these versions in. Give me all of these. And we'll see where we put a pull mark. H1 can stay there. H3, H4. Alright, so we just put all of the rest of them into there. Then we get rid of... I mean, honestly, we probably get rid of both of these. And just in DM give an H4 with one of the two attacks. That's post-imp, right? Yeah. Good. Then... Spawn balance. What did this spawn? If I just place one of these... I'm interested to see what happens if I just try to place one of these things. 2273. So I'm gonna need to hide some stuff so you guys can see a bit. Go. I have a pole mark. Did I give the wrong code? Wrong. 2273. That's 2273, 2273. Right, what if I do 2270? Yeah, there we have like a fancy one. So 2273 spawns me a... I feel like it definitely spawned me an age-appropriate pole mark. Huh. Now, how is that different from me just saying, what was it, descent 2162? It's not, except this guy probably... He probably doesn't upgrade to the new ages. I could test that. Yeah, maybe upgrades don't apply to him or something, or... Alright, well... I guess... we can probably put him into the list of things to store. We don't need to specifically give him, though, I think. Alright, moving on. Archaic fence. These satrapies, they must be... Oh, with specific town center with specific things applied to it. Ah, right. It's a town center. If I give one of these to each player, oh, we're gonna have to try that. Like the defensive one has 2,400 hit points. Wait, this one 3,600 for the middle one. Alright, let's do that. Let's give 2,276. I give that to players. Reboot the game. You guys need to see this again, so let's hide here. Where is it, Firefox? It's a defensive town center with extremely buggy. Oh, it can't train. So it can't train. It does work as a tower, I suppose, or at least a garrisonable building. We need to... Alright, let's try the other two kinds. And then I think... Then we need to test it with one of the civilization that this is appropriate for. Okay. Economic town center. I should also update, actually, what it says here. Economic. Center. Defensive town center. Yeah. If I just get to feudal age, I guess Louis. Get me a barracks and a mill. I can't do the next stage here. It does upgrade appearance. It still can't train villagers. Alright. Then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna test the whole thing with the Achaemenids. Yeah, we're gonna test the whole thing with the Achaemenids as our civilization. Skirmish. Ah, come on. Okay, so it actually can't train even for them. Good. Then I can realistically give it to realistically give it to other civilizations. So that is fun. Where would it go? It's basically a garrisonable building, potentially providing an aura effect. Let's see what categories of buildings I have for this. Marker here, for that's what we are. We have standard buildings. I wouldn't call it a standard building. It doesn't automatically shoot arrows, so it's not a castle. I could call it a tower. It's not going to be a TC. It's either a tower or a miscellaneous building, but you can garrison it. But I kind of want to call it a tower. That's basically what function it will serve, so... they can be a low chance. Two, that 5. Center. I'm going to do a bit of math. Defense. Military. Seven, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7. They also provide housing. That would be the other way to classify them. So they are providing pop, 5 pop space, yeah. I think towers make the most sense. This is where we were. Garden hedge, statue. Sapper tunnel we have. This is decoration. Just grapevine. This is all decoration. Dead hero shrine projectile. Alright, now we've got some heroes. You guys can see all this stuff, yeah. I think maybe we place these in the scenario editor to get a good impression of them. No, not the Grand Campaign. No, get me out of here. Right. Art. Art. This is a cab archer. Okay. Two 308. Okay, and as a hero cab archer, he gets to be placed in the highest tier only of. And we only get one copy of him because the hero cab archer. And in DM, we also only give one copy of him. Okay, next on our list, Datis. Looks to be like just a knight. Doesn't have any range. Let's place Datis. And Datis gets to spawn in DM. And I think we are not putting heroes in the Palisade Wall start, are we? No. Let me double check what I wrote down there. No elite unique units, no heroes. So essentially, he gets dumped into the stone wall starts as well. Okay. Next up, we have Arst. This one here. Okay, let's just place another couple. So this is also a melee cavalry. Dionysus is a warship. Okay, fine. We have to deal with this guy first and then deal with Dionysus. I'm just copying the spelling. Okay, this guy is 10. Gets to be placed there. And gets to be placed in deathmatch. Alright, then we add this warship. By the way, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, you can always say something. I will allow myself to get sidetracked in that case. The next one is also a warship, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Those will show up in the deathmatch ship pool. Alright, now we're back at infantry. Alright, and how fast is he? Not super fast, kinda strong. Quite strong actually, 250 hit points. Alright, so I don't know there. The question is whether he's too slow to put into deathmatch. Maybe. Yeah, I think we keep him out of deathmatch, since he's not so fast, but we'll put him into the walled scout pool. This is a Basileus. This has got to be an attack. This is. He listed under heroes? Yeah, he's a hero as well. Describe as hero infantry, yeah. What team? Yeah, we'll do a couple of these hero infantries all in a row, I'd say. So we can copy and paste them together to save ourselves a bit of time. Nidus is infantry. And all of them are kind of slow, right? Or this guy's 1.35 actually. He's pretty fast. Okay, he's fast. I was doing non-caps for the units before, so I think I'm just gonna stick with that now. Okay, this guy is 1.35 speed, that's pretty good. So he gets to be a deathmatch scout. Then we did Leonidas. We have more hero infantry. Let's just... There we go. Anything that's faster than one, I'll allow in. I'll allow as deathmatch scouts, I'd say. Anything that's one, though, I'd say I won't put in. I could just keep the capital letters as well. Don't know. That's entirely a cosmetic decision on my end. These are just comments anyway. That's also infantry, then this is a warship again, okay. Right, so let's paste all of these fine heroes into... And did I mess up again? I did. 17, this guy should be 18. Lysander should be 18, yeah. There we go. Rhodian Slinger. Oh, this is the hero ship. Shouldn't I, like... Did I not say something for the earlier hero ships and the... Yeah, this is a hero ship. Hero ship. Alright, these are some renamed normal units that come up next with the Rhodian Slinger and so on. I'll let you guys see that business again. So... Rhodian Slinger. There's too many windows open again. Has 40 hit points, 5 range, 1 attack. But yeah, it's super anti-infantry. Stone attack. So it only knows 1. Yeah, this thing is super weak against against non-specific targets. Rhodian Slinger. I want to place one just to be certain. Yeah, definitely. We can give that in Dark Age. So if I scroll up a bit, it's Rhodian Slinger. It doesn't go in the no attack pool, but it definitely goes into the pool where you have like a skirmisher and stuff like that sitting around. Yep. And not in deathmatch. Alrighty, next up. Is the Mercenary Hoplite. Which... Hero Glow Infantry? Does he have... Is he a hero? He's just a normal... infantry though, isn't he? Wait, does the Rhodian Slinger get... Oh, okay. It just... Fine, Mercenary Hoplite. Place one of those two, actually. It looks like a normal hoplite to me. And this guy we're going to put wherever we placed hoplites. Out. Yeah, I'm going to put him there. And that's... Elite hoplite. I just had a thought too. Maybe the bola marks with the special text shouldn't be in here. Although we're giving a bunch of other things. Nevertheless, each through with you for 8. Nah, we'll keep them in. Keep them in. Alright. Scroll. Okay. Mercenary Hoplite. Next up. Elite Greek Cavalry. That's like a knight. It's, don't they... Where's the tech tree? Can you guys see the tech tree right now? Shock Cavalry, Imperial Cavalry, Commandids, Athenians. I don't know, Elite Greek Cavalry isn't listed here as such. I thought it would be... Okay, I guess it's a scenario editor only unit. Persian cavalry as well. They're faster, but basically faster. Faster versus hit points, I guess. They are elite. So I think we put them... On the other hand, are they stronger than like a typical... Like, how much is a knight? Knight has 100 hit points. A knight has fewer hit points. Doesn't reload as quick as WoW. But I mean, like, what other... Oh, stop scrolling. What other stuff did I put in the castle stuff? Like the Legionary, Centurion, or Kiziblash Warrior. Alright, Centurion. It's 13 attack. Like a Bowyar. 12 attack. Let's just see. Greek. Elite Greek cavalry. They aren't ranged. And they don't seem to have a non-elite version, so I'll put them... I'll put them in this list here for now. They have a lot of armor, not as such. How about the Persians? They don't have any special armor either. Yeah, we'll put them there. But we will also put them into deathmatch, because they're cavalry. Where are we? Mouflon. We went too far. Elite Persian Archer. This guy has 6 attack, 5 range. Nine, 6 speed. Alright. Elite Persian Archer. Dromos is infantry. Breton Archer. Let's just do a couple of these, then distribute them. There's too many different types of units here. Because the next one is Archer again. Right. 8 attack at 6 range. That guy's better than an Elite Persian Archer, I feel. Not many hit points, so the Elite Persian Archer at 60. Okay, so where do we distribute these fine things? None of them are fast. So not into deathmatch. Then if we look at our list of tier 2 scouts, we have stuff like a Genoese crossbowman in there. We have stuff like a longbowman in there. So yeah, we can probably put both of these into here. All of them into there. Good. Camel Raider. 19 cavalry. I'll do these two next. Are these Camel Raiders the default unit? The War Chariot is a standard unit. And the Raider is just called a Raider, it's not called the War Chariot. Athenians, Archimedes. No, that's just a Hussar. The Raider is a Hussar, but this thing is not a Hussar. Camel Raider. Argentine cavalry is a pretty low. It is a cavalry archer, though. Yeah. It's a pretty low attack, though, for a cavalry archer. $27, $28. Okay. So these guys, I think, Wrath arranged. Both of these go into the mediums. Or do I even send the Raider Camel Rider? 329. How much does our camel have? 10 attack. Camel. That's only 6 attack. Yeah, no, Camel Raider. We'll put it in the tier 2 scouts, not the tier 1 scouts. We'll give it an only one scout thing because it's a cavalry archer. Yeah, okay, then I'll put them both into deathmatch. Two. There you go. Okay. Then we have just a couple more scenario editor infantry units. On a 7 attack. Damage versus Eagle Warriors. Kinda fast. This sounds like a good candidate to put with potential deathmatch starts. This one is an infantry with 9 attack. Not as fast. Then we have the Sickle Warrior. Speed of 1.1 as an infantry. I mean, maybe 1.1 is too slow to be. How fast is an Eagle Warrior again? Eagle. Elite Eagle Warrior is 3. 1.5, but it upgrades to Elite. 0.1. Yeah, so anything that's like 1.1 or more, I'll take. Sickle Warrior. I think this guy doesn't have many hit points though, so maybe not this Sickle Warrior in deathmatch. Okay, the Thracian Peltast. It's an archer. Okay, so where do we put these guys? Scroll. I'd say none of them seem like they're particularly overpowered. And none of them seem like they're heroes. As such. So we put them here. Okay. Villager male. These are gold miners. Oyster gatherers, technically. Then next up we have that is clearly a warship. It even says so in the name. And we can check my scenario afterwards if I missed anything. The Mouflon is deer, a goat. Projectile, flags, Cleon. That sounds like a hero to me. And indeed, I have him listed as a hero Strategos. And Darius is a hero. Darius is a hero war chariot. That makes a lot of sense. Good, good. Alright, so we place these guys. Cleon is infantry. On. Put him after Lysander. Darius. He is an elite war chariot. Gets to also be in deathmatch. Good. Alright. Then we've got another elite hoplite. What's it doing here? It's like the one that can be trained somewhere else or something, isn't it? We already had an elite hoplite. Elite hoplite with Suphos. Elite hoplite, elite hoplite. I don't know why we have another copy of it. It's probably trained somewhere different. So the way the game handles things is each object can only have one train location. So if you have an object with multiple train locations, say like a Huskarl, then you need to have it listed twice in the game data, once for each location. Alright, Mesopotamian ruins, shrine, antiquity, transport, shipwreck, 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 shipwreck. Antiquity mode fishing ship. Good stuff. Let's get ourselves an antiquity mode fishing ship on our fish list. There's probably a difference as to which of these can gather oysters, or one of these is for normal civilizations, one of them is for Greek civilizations. 356 is the antiquity mode fishing ship. Then we have a whole row of dead units. And then we have the goat at the very end. And the goat is an unconvertible goat, so we're going to offer that as a scout, actually. Goat. Goat. Convertible. Then we're actually through with the whole list at the moment. So the unconvertible goat gets to go... on the scouts with no attack. Which are... yeah, with the hunting horse. But I also want to test that one in the scenario. 2, 3, 8, 1. Right. So at this point, let's go test the goat. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Huns typically. I mean, it looks a bit buggy, but we'll only give it a low chance. Oh, we didn't actually fix the... yeah. We didn't do this properly with the tower type, did we? It's the building. We just put these things into the tower. At least I didn't do the math. So 38. Let's just make this like 35. So 35, I said. So that would be 36. I'll just type it up. 36 plus 15. Clear. Plus 15 is 51, yeah. Plus 15. Plus 5, so plus 10. 76. Plus another 10 I see there. 86. Plus 1, plus another 5. Gives us 91. Which gives us technically 9% for this. Am I happy with that distribution? Let's just go 34. And then the math is easier too. So this is 30, 40, 50, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Good. So all these other ones should add up to 100. I didn't add anything to them. Green buildings, armored outpost, super strong watchtower. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Good, I wanted to generate this goat, but I don't want it to be explored so that I can see how it works as a scout. It's a shit. Well, it doesn't have a big line of sight. Let's see if it can be converted. I was also considering if I should give herdables as starting scouts. I think the answer is no. Because maybe I can, though. Alright. I think what we need to do now is set up auto scout for these new units? Oh, I guess, well, actually what we need to do is fix all the percentages. That would be kind of important. So you guys can see advanced unit. We don't need that right now. Let's... Yeah, so basically, assuming that we're fine with the units as they are right now, we need to make sure all this stuff adds up to 100. This still will. Didn't change anything. This certainly doesn't. We have 28. So if we do 28 times 3, Alec, we can open multiple instances of this. 28 times 3, 84. So we'll change all of these to 3. First one gets to be 2 because...
Raiding party!
Oh no, I'm being raided. Disaster. Hello. Hello. Working on HyperRandom right now. They're setting up additional scouts from the DLC. So if I did all of these, that's 84% I calculated done, which means I need to cover up another 16% more. We could give each of the horses a higher chance, maybe. We have 4 horses. Bactrian camel, a normal horse. There should be another camel as well. Hey, do sign up, though. Hello. You're also free to ask any questions about anything if you want. 16 divided by... Well, divided by 8. So if we find 8 things that we added an additional 2% to. The horse. Camel. Bactrian camel, that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, and we need one more thing that we add 5% to. A siege tower, maybe? People like spawning with a siege tower. Donkey trade cart. Siege tower is fun. It is. It is. I have to check exactly how many signups we have. I have a spreadsheet for that, which I probably shouldn't share on stream, but... If I just quickly check behind the scenes, it looks like 106 plus how many signed up recently, which would be another 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, like 116 players? About. Pretty good. We could actually test spawning some of these scouts now. Or we can check the Greek units again. Let's move the notepad window over there. So what did we get here? We got No scout, unless the goat is the scout, which it might be. Overall, it's working. Looking good. I also need to do the boat spawn still. Lots of work to do. Yeah, so looking at it, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to structure it, but I think we'll do it such that we have 32 in the highest bracket, 32 in the next bracket, 32 main event, 32 gold, 32 silver, and then a smaller group for the lowest ranked players. But I have to discuss with the admin so they think it makes sense. It's probably a sensible way though too. There is no specific requirement now. Ideally you play one game somewhat recently so that your elo can be automatically scraped. But it's not a requirement. We definitely need to put in the Greek ship spawn still. Siege tower again. Good stuff. It is fun. And also, I will definitely get this update done before Monday, which adds a bunch of new types of generations and lots of fun new starting units as well. Yeah, so on free-for-all games, I don't restrict your starting scouts as much as I do on 1v1s or balanced team games. My reasoning is on free-for-all, if you send, your starting scout to harass someone else, you're at risk of being harassed yourself. So, be a bit riskier there. Check all these scout lists. Are they all adding up to 100 right now? There's no... Well, there are 100 in this list anyway. This... Just do that for now. False is fine. Where are my boats? I had a list of boats somewhere. Indeed. I mean, specifically what's... I mean, I actually have a change log. You guys can see... see what my stream looks like at the moment. Yeah. Chance to start with 2 full bases. We already saw a couple of those. I think the center can be 4-way split. Then we have our oysters and stuff. Then just some improvements. Minor stuff, and where did I put the... we can just add the next point here. Added starting scouts. The DLC. Auto scout. I should add auto scout. Auto scout me out. Still want to do that. you want to see anything specific, let me know. Otherwise, I will just sort of keep working. Let's do the boats. That's more interesting than some of the other things I could work on right now. Boat type is what I need to look for. So all of these are the new boats that I just found from Greece. Need more houses. Skip. Alright. These are the boats we currently have. What we could also do is force water maps so I can always see the boats. That's probably a sensible thing to do if we're going to work on boats right now. So let me do that. HR custom. Change the type to be water only. Should get us water spawns every time. Yeah, like this type of generation too, with a bunch of fish in the middle is new. Right. Water only. Now I want to force... the ships to always spawn. The water is dry, water... Try to place starting boat. I'm excited about the double TC start. Like in the past, I sort of had a cheap version of a double TC start, where you would start with 2 TCs right next to each other and the normal set of villagers. But now I've set it up so that you can have like 2 full bases spawning. So theoretically, if you get a triple TC on each of your bases and you have 2 full bases, you could have 6 TCs. That's really unlikely, but theoretically possible at least. But yeah, definitely just having like a full, proper double start, I think is cool. Of course, if I want to show one, then there's not going to be another one right now, but we saw them earlier. Like this... They might be a bit too common right now, I might have to lower the chance a bit. Here's a fun one. Right, I was going to continue with this, so we said try to place starting boat. Alright, we are just going to override this and say place a starting boat. And now... EM scout pool. That I think that's something that's defined if deathmatch is active, right? Count. Find deathmatch, yeah. Deathmatch, then we have all boats. Allow random boat. And when do we define all boats? That's going to be on HyperRandom Extreme. Okay, that's not available yet. Should be visible on the minimap, but of course you're very focused on what you're starting with initially. I was watching a show match somewhat recently where they had a triple TC start, and someone noticed in like Castle Age that they'd only been using 2 of their town centers. And then still had the same population as the player had been using all 3, because that's simply what the food production allowed for. So, new ships. All of these things. The Lembos. I need a tech tree for this task. Yeah, the Lembos is basically a scouting ship. that thing we can give DM. Where am I going to put this thing? Allow random vote. This is basically the typical start here, right? So we put the Lembos into that. The War Lembos is still pretty weak. That can also go into that. The Heavy Lembos is the Castle Age ship. How are we doing? War Galleys are also a Castle Age ship. So I guess anything that's up to Castle Age I'll put into the first list. Oh, wait, tell me if the music is like too loud. Should be fine though, I think. Alright, War Lembos. Heavy Lembos. Oh, wait. Heavy Lembos. The Heavy Lembos as well. Elite Lembos. I mean, the Galleon Galley. War Galley. Fireship, Demolition Ship. Boarding Galley. Transport Ship. Caravel. Dragon Ship. We're trying to keep the strongest stuff out of here, right? So, no Elite Lembos. We'll put the Monoream. Monoream and Biream in. And then we want the Incendiary, all of the Incendiary ships. Because those are single use. Like, I'm sure I have the Heavy demo in here too. And it is just a reskinned Heavy demo after all. Okay. Antiquity Galley. We have the Galley and War Galley, so the Antiquity Galley and War Galley can go as well. They come... Actually, they come in the list, they come in there, yeah. What else are we adding? Lembos, War Lembos. Incendiary. Catapult Ship, Onager Ship, Leviathan. I think... no. I think that might be a bit too strong. Put these ones in. Then Antiquity Fishing Ship, Antiquity Transport Ship, sure. Merchant Ship, Oystering Ship, sure. And then the other Antiquity Fishing Ship can also go into there, because why not? Okay, so now we need to adjust our percentages a bit. And I think the easiest thing to do is to reset everything to 1. Or to have... what do we have here? We have a trade cog. So I could, if I just have that, and give half of it to the merchant ship, which is basically a trade cog. Then we take all the demolition ships, split them in half. Demolition raft. Redemo. Ah, no, I just recalculate everything here. That's easiest. So all boats is basically the full list. I can just one-to-one copy this into all boats. Do that. Fix my indentation. And then recalculate all of this again. The off-map trading boat really doesn't have any graphics. Go. We can also do the deathmatch boats. There we can give all the hero ships instead, that's fun. The onager ship and so on. So fundamentally that, right? And then we go to this list here, we see these 4 hero ships. In deathmatch, we want to put in the junk. Hero, hero. Then we just put the strongest version of each standard boat, right? Put all of them in. And then which other ships do we want? We want the elite Lembos. We want the Trireme, elite galley, heavy demo. Go Trireme. Elite galley. Alright. Trireme. Heavy incendiary raft. It's called the heavy incendiary ship here. Is that what it's called in the game data? Heavy incendiary ship, I just spelled it wrong. Copied it wrong. Alright, anything else? Heavy incendiary ship. Then we want all 3 of these. We could just not put in the catapult as well, just see. Onager ship, go ahead. Maybe just Onager and Leviathan. Heavy incendiary ship. We did that already. Yeah, we did that. Alright. We want Onager and Leviathan. Junk. Fast fire play one load. Yeah, like this. And now we need to do the boring stuff of fixing the percentages as well. So with this many ships, which is 30 lines, we just do 90, where each of them is 3% chance. And then we add a couple more percent to even that out. So that should be 90 because they're... Oh, yeah, that should be 90. So we need 10 more of these that get to be more common. Let's pick some of the heroes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we take the dragon ship as well. Yeah, right. Then we've got the DM scout pool done. The all boats pool isn't active anyway. We can ignore that. The one here that has only non-combat boats gets to also have these 5 ships added to it, of which several are fishing ships. That's 9 rows, so we could give each of them 10%. And the transport ship 20%. Give everything 10% right now. Nine rows, and then we need 10 more %. And honestly, yeah, we just double the transport ship. We've got that set done, then we don't need this list anymore. Then we're going to do some fun stuff here to make sure the ships spawn properly. We can do that in a second. Let's just fix our percentages for this set here, right? That is 33. Perfect. So 33 times 3 is 99. We could just make these all equally likely. Which seems like a perfectly reasonable course of action. Then we can go back to the scenario editor and take a look. Okay, cool. So. We still have all water maps, and now we need to check if both ships spawn. And to make it easy, we're going to do a special trick here. We're going to say create actor area. No. We're going to call it, we're going to do area 88888. It's our area radius. Right, then we're gonna do something here. Create object. Flag B will do. Number of objects. Objects. 9,320. If I just do that, we should get a bunch of flags on the map. We'll test. Alright, then we want to do set place for every player, temp, and distance group placement of like 5, so we're not completely overwhelmed. So now we should see blue and red flags. Let's... We didn't place the boat though, did we? Right. So if I did something this, same seed. And then I say, alright, avoid actor area. And then we can do 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Now if the ships spawn, then the flags shouldn't spawn. However, the ships have not spawned. Why have the ships not spawned? So, perhaps we need to do some more checking what's going on here. Create object flag A. And place them... actor area to place in 7, 6, 5, 5. Okay. So this area is not supposed to have. Why can't we not place the ships past this area though? Is what I'm wondering. If I change this to 8. Get it to 0. There's no forest zone. We are ignoring terrain restrictions. What is going on? Place for every player. Maybe there's no water A. I just placed it on water. Is there something wrong with water A on this map? It definitely looks like normal water to me. Why are the ships not being placed? I did say definitely place a starting boat. If place starting boat. Why are we not placing a starting boat? We just get rid of the terrain to place on. Then we get one. Alright. So basically, if we do this, does that solve our problem consistently? On this map it does. Yeah, but then they get placed on land and stuff like that. That's no good. Don't really want that. Why are the shallows causing problems here? Why are the shallows causing problems? I'm saying I can ignore terrain restrictions. Something wrong with water A, I'm guessing. Usually standard shallow water. We aren't on a polar map here. We are... What kind of map do we have? We have something that looks like a jungle. What if it's... So it can be shallows. Mangrove shallows. Maybe the mangrove shallows count as a forest? That's all I can think of right now here. Water A. Or somehow in the water mixing, I'm getting rid of the water A? If the center is shallows, create terrain water A. If the base terrain, that's fine. If the center is water, center is land, small ponds. No water masking, well that's not happening. We're having the blue-green mixing, right? That's what's happening on this map. So maybe there's something blue-green around water mixing. PE perfect water. Ah. What's happening here? 10%. We're always saying terrain mask 1 or 2. What if we make this always terrain mask 1? At least for the normal water. So we don't need to double check which terrain mask. Definitive random map scripting guide. Go. Give me answers. Here's the property. Yeah, we want terrain mask 1. Alright. Terrain mask 1, I said. Don't need that. We do need this. So that is the answer to our problems. It's the blue-green water masking here that's... I don't care for the deeper water so much. Maybe I should care for purpose of fish. Let's just... if I just... I mean, it fixed the boats on this one. What if I just turn all of these into Drain Mask 1? I think that might help a fair bit. It solved the issue where neither player has a boat. It hasn't solved the issue where one player gets a boat and the other one doesn't. So down here, that's where we are now, right? So at this point we don't need... There's some silly stuff happening now with the water terrains, though. Yeah, okay, we might have to mess with that. Okay, at this point I can uncomment the rest of the map script. And this was just our debug. We can already add that actually to the change log. Fixed starting boats would fail to spawn. Now we have the weird partial overlay of See, I don't like how this looks. Maybe we can still do more with the blue-green mixing. If we let medium water be mask 1, mask 1, mask 2, mask 2. Deep water be mask 1, mask 1, mask 2, mask 2. DLC water 4 is the deeper water 1, 1, 2, 2. Were to do that, kinda. Maybe I just don't do the blue-green masking anymore. Or I only do it on the shallow water. How about that? We could consider doing that. I think that's perhaps realistic. If we get rid of the water masking for all the terrains except these two. I mean, here it masks anyway. Here the boats have failed to spawn because it's a nomad start. No, because there's green water. What's this called? This is called the Wasteland biome. Brown water. Brown water, green water, brown water. why is it not spawning on the brown water? I mean, if it's Nomad, it should still be placing a transport ship. It's not doing that. Why is it not placing it? Time to do some more debugging. Boats are going to spawn so well when I'm done with all of it. Okay. In principle, that's fine. And if I say spawn on whatever you want, then they spawn. And if I water green, then they spawn. If I say they spawn on water brown, then they don't spawn. Which is fine because they're supposed to be, water A is supposed to be water green. Why is it not water green? Water A is brown water. Brown, green, brown. Water A is brown, but it's not ending up on the outside. What if we rearrange some of this stuff and we say six? If we made all of them the brown water, what would it look like? Pretty disgusting. And then if we made this one the green water? Does it make more sense that the water close to the center would be muddy? I think it makes more sense if we reverse this. We say 6, 6, 5. Or even 6, 5, 5. Like, I think that looks better. We had something like this at the beginning, right? When the ships weren't spawning. That looks a bit too land muddy anyway. I mean, I guess I could add muddy shallows. Anyway, that did fix the spawn, though. That was the important thing, I suppose. So we can hide our debug code again. By the way, if anyone's still in chat and wants to ask me anything specific or wants to see anything specific, would be a good time to do it, because I'm likely going to... Have I just been showing Firefox the whole time? Go away. Likely going to call it a night soon. I hope I wasn't just showing Firefox the whole time there. Anyway, I managed to fix some issue with the green water where it was causing problems. 2 fishing ships, perfect. Basically what we're checking for here is that 2 ships are spawning for each player every time. Which they should really be. I've had issues in the past where they didn't. So I'm extra tuned, and we just fixed a couple issues where because of the green and brown water masking, it was hiding preventing the ships from spawning. Should be fixed now though. We can also do something small for fun. We say, if it's a fishing ship, define give fish trap. And then we just put that on all the fishing ships. Victor, transport ship, fishing ship, oystering ship is a fishing ship. This one is a fishing ship. Equity fishing ship, oystering ship, fishing ship, and fishing ship, antiquity fishing ship, oystering ship, antiquity fishing ship. And none of these. And then we say if give fish trap start random percent chance, we'll do 100% to start out with. Second object fish trap. And random and if. See if that works. Alright, then of course we actually need a fishing trap too. It did spawn. It did spawn with the fish trap underneath. Yay! All right. So this map has 1, 2, 3 relics all there. 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think this is pretty consistent. Then we say, alright, this only needs to be like 33% of the time we can give you a fish trap. Or I'll say 25% of the time, yeah. Then we can get rid of our debug stuff. So adding a dock, harbor, seaport. I'm still worried that it would be difficult to spawn those correctly, so I think I'm going to say no for now on that. There's an end if here sitting around. Why is there an end if here? That's not good. Why is there an end if where there's a premature termination of... Where am I missing an end if? Or where do I have an extra end if, actually? Perhaps this thing. No? If, else, end if, else 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 if. Ah, we're missing a start random. Yeah, that's important. End random, end if. Good. And now if I scroll down all the way to my fishing ships, this end if is now useful again. Yeah, okay, good, good. Oh, we don't need these actor areas. We only have a 25% chance of giving a starting boat. I feel like we can up that to like 40 if we have a water map, or if it's possible to give. If the water-based map, the water, or the center is water, or the center is shallows, then give a boat. I think we want to give that like 40 or 50% of the time. Let's do 40 for now. See how that feels. So then you can have it where you do or you don't start with a ship. I feel like if there is water, kind of nice to give a boat. Let's do like half the time. And deathmatch most of the time. No. This is the elusive no fish, no neutral market. The no fish spawn, yeah. Alright, then I want to also not... I want to see the boat sometimes not appear, though. Right? Like this time. Good. Cool. I think that's pretty well set up. So, if we go back to my list of things to do... Fix an issue or starting with a failed spawn. added starting boats. DLC. So, rework boat spawns. Add failsafe to ensure spawn, I would say is done. Rework boat spawns. I think they're pretty good now. That can go. More units, turtables, I think no for now on that. Check the kings. Yeah, we need to check the kings. We need to check the kings. We need to add auto scout for non-started units. Water buildings, I think, is for another day. We could as a closing thing do the Gaia armies. Maybe we do that. For that task, all styles. I think we do something special here, and we say define battle royale. Royale. I spelled battle wrong. Okay. Good. So now we can go to the Gaia armies and have some fun with those. You can. Auto. I had a few issues with some units. Like the problem is if you give it to, let's say, an archer, then any archer that someone trains will also have auto scout. Not just archers that they start with at the start of the game. So I think I only want to give it to units that aren't standard units in the game. But any of the heroes or scenario editor units. And to do that, you go... not here. Yeah, there's a resource for starting scout resource. And if... scout resource. Wait, why am I setting this as a constant? I'm not actually doing anything with it. Scout resource. I'm not sure why I'm setting this as a constant. I think that lets you set what the starting scout is. Comment that out. Anyway, if you give a unit the trait 16, then it can't attack deer. It can't attack herdables. It doesn't aggro wolves and predators, and it can auto scout. Not starting scout resource. Well, let me check. Starting scout. It's just attributes. Firefox. It's a resource, though. It's not an attribute. It's a resource. 236 is what I have listed. 263 is what I have listed. Starting scout ID. So, why the heck do I have that as Oh, that's the idea of it, but I'm not setting it. You can change what... You can just give the units... You know, if you place the object scout, it will give whatever unit you specify here. But that's not what we want to do right now. I don't think I need... I have the 5 instances of it, though. Where am I? Alright. Give an Eagle Scout or Camel Scout occasionally. You know, this will only apply when this turn. Yeah. On starting Scout resource. I don't need to define it down here again. And then we can go back to the attributes. And... Scout. Yeah, Auto Scout. Well, originally it worked differently when it was such that only your starting scout had Auto Scout. Then if I gave some random unit, like an archer, Auto Scout, it would still only apply to the ones that were on the field when the game started. However, once they changed it so that scouts, in general, the scout line has Auto Scout, then they also changed it so that, you know, if you give the Auto Scout trait to some other unit, then that unit line similarly gets, you know, future trained ones also get it. So my general idea was give Auto Scout, although maybe instead, if no Auto Scout, else. And then we go to Scout type. And then if there's anything that isn't supposed to get Auto Scout, then I would have to say, like, we don't want trade cards, for example, have Auto Scout, then I would do define no Auto Scout. And then relic card is fine, full trade card, nope. BMDL, sure. King Bela, sure. Pack Town Center. I don't know. I don't want to mess with that too much. Let's not give that Auto Scout. Ska is fine. Emperor Battle is fine. Horse is fine. Donkey, that's a trade card. You can't train it normally. Probably okay if it gets it. Camel is fine. Princess Yodis is fine. Siege Tower, nope. Bardai, new relic card, heavy horse, merchant. Mule card, definitely not. That's a trainable unit. Hunnic horse gets it anyway. What was the one that I was not so sure about? The donkey trade card. Probably okay if I let that Auto Scout, honestly. Then here, yeah, these are like the standard units. Archers, skirmishers, elite skirmishers, rams, militia, men-at-arms, spearmen, slingers, scorpions, camels, pikemen, halbs, capped rams, petards, light cavalry, siege ram. Raider units are fine. Beta Genitor, Saboteur, Eagle Scout gets it anyway. The Eagle Warrior line gets it anyway. Amazon Warriors, King, Heavy Pike, Maester Swords, Genitor, no. Karambit, no. Elite Karambit. Imperial Skirmisher, no. Wait a minute. Why is there a battering ram with 1258 here? What's going on there? 1258. Oh, is this like the feudal? It's probably the feudal ram from Cuman's. Could that be? Yeah. Right. We don't need a second copy of that in our list. Flaming Camel, no. The Waddle Warrior, technically no, because it is trainable. Although they don't get cavalry, so I'll let them have... Well, they can train Eagles, though, for Auto Scout. No, we're not allowing that. Sergeant, Armored Elephant. I better not miss anything in this whole list. Polamark, nope. Beanslinger, sure. Imperial Legionary Longbowman. Alright, now we get some more, yeah, like the unique units. Knight, Cataphract, Toast Girl, Judanu, Longswordsman, Monk, Condottiero, Imperial Camel Rider, Wood Raider, Throwing Axeman, Monk with Relic. Get to Scout. Samurai, Heavy Camel, Hussar, Two-Handed Swordsman, Arb. Penguin, Archer of the Eyes, Berserk, Harkin, Genoese Crossbowman, Star, Elephant Archer, Boyard, Kamyuk, Condottiero. Priest is fine. Rattan Archer, Battle Elephant, Conic, Keshik, Lightest, Dismounted Conic, Elite Dismounted Conic, Flemish Militia, Bobo, Sar, Ubi Swordsman, Ratha, Chakram, Gulam, Shravamsha, Ratha, Ranged, Centurion, Legionary, Composite Bowman, Monaspa, Warrior Priest, Kiziblash. Kiziblash, no, that's not a trainable unit. Tamar, Warrior Priest with Relic. Don't want those auto scouting. Immortal, Strategos, Hippias, Hoplite, War Chariot, Polamark of any age, Hoplite with Xufos, Strategos with that, Polamark with that, Polamark with that. Mercenary Hoplite is probably okay. Elite Greek Cavalry, Elite Ectodromos, Camel Raider, Terran Cavalry, all of this is fine. Okay. Next list, Hand Cannoneer. This is gonna balloon the file size. But I'm adding all this. Royal Janissary Spy, Richard de Lionheart, the Black Prince, Friar Truckship, Nottingham, Roland Charlemagne, Belisarius, National Police, Siegfried, Eric the Red, Tamerlane, King Arthur, Lancelot, Gwaine, Mordred, Archbishop, Lord Dracula, Cid, Robin Hood, Alaric the Goth, War Elephant, Emily, Cavalier, Marie the Lion, Charles Martel, Hans the Grandeur, William Wallace, Prithivas, Sforza, Heavy Cav Archer, Elite Longbowman, Elite, 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 Champion, Paladin, Genitor, Fire, Elite Berserk, Bushlook, Morlu Jaguar. I'm gonna have to double check that I didn't miss anything. Genghis Khan, Kusai, Elite Eagle. That's fine though. Elite Tarkin. Don't I have Huskarls somewhere else on this list? Maybe I don't. I do. Yeah. This is the scrolls from the barracks. Don't need those in here. This is no longer 100. Scroll from Dodger. Conquistador, Missionary. War Wagon. Scout. Next set, Genoese. All the elite units is the problem here, or just generally all the civ-specific units. Elite Tarkin, Organ Gun, Elite Organ Gun, Camel Archer. Okay, the Genitor appears multiple times as well. Duplicates. So I'll clear out some of the Genitor duplicates as well. Maybe. Actually, should it? I made myself a note to check that out later. Got hero. List elephant. Leloir. Phonic. Keshik. Kipchak. Whitus. Kipchak. Yogan Khan. Pokemon Step Lancer. Also guard. Fusilier. Sergeant. Alright, Hussite Wagon. We are reaching the home stretch, I'm hoping. Roomy. Ramgulam, Shravamsha. Wrath arranged. Centurion. Father Bowman. Manaspa. Why is the villager male in here? 1810. Something's not right. 1810. Villager. Why do we have him in our list, though? Male villager, function unknown. Right. He doesn't need to be in this list. At least Savar is also one, actually. Thoros. Bleh. Easy Blash. Warrior Priest with Relic. Did we not have Warrior Priest with Relic somewhere else already? We don't need him down in this row. Immortal, these are... Okay, cool. How about this stuff? Bombard Cannon, Trebuchet, Pack Trebuchet, Heavy Scorpion Onager, Siege Onager. Odd Zone Sling, Cobra Car, Furious the Monkey Boy. I mean, Imagine auto scouting with. I mean, even the VMDL, like an auto scout there would be crazy. I probably don't want him on that. He's too fast. We're gonna go back and remove that guy. Play bag. Yeah, no auto scout on this guy. He's too fast. Don't know when. Gods on sling. Short caps are off. We attack. Then we get to go to deathmatch and do the whole thing one more time. Although auto scouting a deathmatch is less of an issue. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could. The problem is I'm not sure any unit would be able to kill it. Maybe the castle would just miss. This thing would be... And it would be impossible to stop unless you have him on a control group. That would be no good. Lion. Oh, light cav is fine. I mean, that can happen anyway if people realize that they've spawned with it. But I can't set waypoints fast enough. This is fine. Conqueror. Tarkin. Camel. I think that's just the wild camel. It's the camel scout. It's not a camel. It's not a camel rider. It's just a camel. Genitor. There's something with duplicate genitors I need to look at later. Interesting yardage. The black. Guru. Basically like a big tour of all the heroes in the game. So these are all the deathmatch scouts. Yogan Khan. Versus Khan. Right, go, 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 come on. Savar. Isn't this... The Savar is the Persian. Savar. The Persian thing, right? Savar. Persian unique cavalry, yeah. Heavy horse, step lancer. Step lancer. Deployed mounted samurai, shawl warrior. See. Manchurian, Aspa. Did I not have a Savar earlier? 1299, 18. 1299. What is this 1299? He's a Sodigun Cataphract. Sogdian Cataphract. Let's check Advanced Genie Editor. There's 1299. That's not a sieve we have. Savar? Huh. Huh. Interesting. I think that unit must have been renamed at some point. Pretty sure that wasn't always called that. Right, what was that? Somewhere in the middle of... somewhere here with this Savar. Gosh, my Lord's Elite Immortal. Good. So that's all of these units. Now, I do still have the issue where these percentages probably aren't perfect right now. Put in 100 at the end so nothing fails. Alright. And then we need to go here and say, alright, Extreme Scouts, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140%. This can be like 1%, honestly. And then we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we say 100 divided by, or well, they are 99 divided by 6, 16.5%. 16, 16, 16 will give more preference to the big ones here, 17. Yeah. 16 times 3 plus 17, 17 plus 17 is 99, that's 100, so we need to do this. Yeah, there we go. Deathmatch is fine. 20, this is also, isn't this like too many percent? Sixteen, 16, 16, 17, 17, 17. That. That should add, adds up to 99, adds up to 100 because this is actually 17. I'm gonna have to adjust this later too because not all these buckets are the same size, but it'll do for now. Alright, so good enough. Now let's not define Battle Royale, let's define Extreme Scouts so that we get everything. And now we have to go test to see if our auto scout is disabled as desired. Right. And we'll reveal, do we want to reveal all visible or normal? Let's do normal so we can actually test the auto scout. Of course it doesn't. Seriously? No scout at all? Something's wrong. There are no resources on the map. Alrighty, why are there no resources? Presumably a typo somewhere in the stuff I just did. I mean, we're not even getting to the scouts, right? That's fundamentally what's happening here. We're creating the walls, but not the scouts. So where something is fundamentally wrong in this massive construct that I was just messing around with. Alright, we need to go back to the scenario to fix this mess. It was fine a moment ago. The villagers are already created. Presumably I pasted something in where a comment is not ending properly. There's actually an easy fix just to see if, just as a sanity check. I go to the end of all this scout stuff and I just put like an end comment, end comment, end comment. If there are any unended comments, they will be ended now. That has no effect. Okay. How about I put in an end if? That also has no effect. What if I put in an end random? Okay. What if I... What if I just realize what the problem is? Fix it myself. I guess I broke more than 3 comments. That's why my trick didn't fix it. Now. Thank you. Give me a good auto scout. So I want to end with a random unit. Of course, it gets to auto scout. Good. We just need to test a couple now. The Wood Raider shouldn't get to auto scout, which is also good. I know how I can speed this process up. No, not deathmatch. So now the Black Prince can auto scout. Perfect. There might be some units that have funky behavior, but in principle it's working. Udia Javaiman seems to be a king. Do I know that from my map script? He's called Udaya. Udaya. What list is he in? He is not a high attack unit, he's in fact a king. Get out of there. And he gets to go up into the no attack list. I don't remember what yet. No, he doesn't go there. He's 11. Then if we give him 3, then we need to subtract 3 from other things. So we make camel, we make all these horses 4. Easily dealt with. He's in the deathmatch pool, that's fine. He's in the full list, that's also fine. Alright. If I restart it now, do I still get him? I mean, he's still in the deathmatch pool, I should. Wait, do not generate the same thing that we just had. Fix your random seed. Thank you. Sell in the Grim, off you go. Alright, now we don't need deathmatch, let's just do random map. Scout gets auto scout, obviously. Replaced with relic. He doesn't. He shouldn't get auto scout. He doesn't. Good. Come on, just random me a proper auto scout unit. Nomad. There we go, Evalio. That'll do. I could give these units auto scout too, but I think it's less necessary on the water. When we give land auto scout for now. Good. So the auto scout has been done. We can add that as well here. So basically I wanted to build the Gaia armies as sort of the last thing. So here we are, Gaia armies. And for this task, I need the technology tree. So I have a bunch of pre-existing Gaia armies. These are used for Camel army, infantry army, cavalry army. Further faster, town centers can be upgraded for more powerful starting sitting age. Archers fire faster. Well, these are unique. I don't know which techs get picked though for Gaia, since you have like, exclusive techs. In any case, if I were to just go here and add our new civilizations, Mids. They are civilization 46. We also need to check, there should be some instances of this somewhere else in the script that need to be. Oh, skip all this. Skip. Reset Civ to Gaia when not using Battle Royale. This can now random all the way up to, what did we say it was? 48. You could always add more other random armies here, but for now, what is their ideal late game army? They have an Immortal. The Immortal can be ranged. We could have a ranged and non-ranged Immortal. Archers, ranged Immortals, War Chariots. Perhaps elite War Chariots too? Let's take a look here. They have heavy cavalry archers. They do have paladins, technically. Alright, we definitely need to give them elite war chariot. So basically we have 3 units. There's sort of like a weak unit, a medium unit, and a strong unit usually. They don't get hoplites. We could have immortals, like ranged immortals, or melee immortals, ranged immortals, and war chariots. I like that idea. Immortal. Spelled it wrong. Immortal. So the... And of course we do elites, right? So we want an elite immortal as 2102 as the frontline unit, 2102. Elite. And then 2174 for elite immortal ranged. Oh, that's 75, yeah. And then we want the war chariot, elite war chariot. 2151. Elite war chariot. Good. Then we have the Athenians. Walk in right here. And they are civilization 47. And they have policies. They have a strategos. Skirmishers gonna charge strateguy. Bowman. Basically, alright, that's basically a hand cannoneer. I think, like, we put the hoplite at the front. How about this? What does the strategos do? Hoplite, strategos, and then maybe some siege behind. Hoplite, strategos, heavy scorpion. I think something like that, like hoplite, strategos, heavy scorpion. And then we can do an elite hoplite with Suphos, which gives... so that was a town center tech, wasn't it? Oh no, that's Spartans get that, so we can't give them. We can give you normal elite hoplites. Then we want the strategos. Elite strategos with taxiarchs, which gives +1 attack to melee units. Yeah, we definitely want to give this some overpowered guy armies here. Two, 8. I mean, it's kind of already like a commander unit, isn't it? Still though, we'll give heavy scorpions. Is that something that they have anything extra on? They have skirmishers. Hoplite, bowman, move faster. They don't have good cavalry. I mean, you could just have champions, basically. But I feel like some siege to back it up is probably sensible. We'll give them... We could even have monks. You could have a priestess. They have a full monk tech tree. Maybe we put the priestess there. That could be fun. Do the Spartans have a full tech tree? The monks? No. Okay, first, perfect. We'll give them monks. Those are always fun to give the Gaia. $125. Alright, and then we need the Spartans, which need to go... They appear in the tech tree. After Spanish. Now let's just copy the Athenians actually for this as the basis. Spartans are civilization 48. Good. They have a pole mark, but we're going to have Hippias. Hoplites. So, yeah, like elite hoplites backed up by Hippias, backed up by like a maximally upgraded polemarch. Yep. There we go. 2, 1, 8. And then we want the poles, which we now have to see which of these two techs is more desirable. Hoplites get +1 attack for enemy military units. And Morai? Where the heck is that research? Oh, it's these two. Oh, right. We were gonna give hoplites with 12188. Yeah. Good, much better. Now we can check the port marks again. Makes military units regenerate HP. Movement speed we don't need. Definitely need them. We definitely want them to regenerate. So we want Pole Mark 4 with Emperor 8, which is 2270. There we go. Now, we just look over the whole list. I apparently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, so that's 29%, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 49. Actually, they're all 1%, right? It's just 29, so we have 29 plus 48 civilizations. Gets us to 77%, which means we have a 33% of the Imperial Roman army. It'd be kind of fun to have the other ones at a higher chance, but if I double the 29, that's too high. We could just come up with some more Gaia armies. Ideally, like another 20%. I just leave it for now. I'll return of Rome. Misclicked. Away. Garnish. Editors. Sorry, editor. Alright, let's see what I'm doing still at the top. Am I still saying something? You don't need extreme routes, we want bad. Actually, we can do King of the Hill. King of the Hill. Although I think it's King OG Hill. No. Game mode. Well, we have maybe less expansive walls when we have King of the Hill happening. So sometimes it generates very few. That's for the cheat units only. Sometimes generates nothing. Oh, I would like to see Battle Royale. That's the Roman army. Seems to be some variation in how big this central army is. Not sure why. That requires some investigation. Why is the Battle Royale Center Army so small? Battle Royale. Camps. If Battle Royale, else if neutral market, else. Guess it could just be the overall variation in the number of units. I mean, to be fair, normally you'd play Battle Royale with 8 players on a large map. Well, that looks better. Yeah, then this is a proper fight for the center. See if we can get one of the Greek ones to spawn. It's only a 1% chance, but... This is Mesoamerican. I feel like we're sometimes getting loops where it's generating the same maps multiple times in a row. I'm sure the center of the Roman Imperial Roman army is common, but... Alright, let's cheat. Ah. I see. The game has crashed. Oh god. Error reports and error report. So perhaps are any of these units, they are 46. Let me do it in the other That would be sad if that doesn't work. Maybe I can't give Gaia these units. Elite 2, let me check the IDs of all of these. 2102 is the Elite Immortal. 2175 is the Elite Immortal Ranged. 2151 is the Elite War Chariot. Well, let's reboot the game. I'm suspecting there's a fundamental issue here, and that wasn't just a fluke. Like, perhaps you cannot set the Gaia civilization to one of the civilizations that's in the DLC if you're not playing on that dataset. If I go to Chronicles, now generate Battle Royale. Don't crash on me. Okay, that just straight up works. We've got, you know, a couple war chariots. Immortals in melee and ranged mode, presumably. Yeah. That just works. Now, if I were to go to... Presumably setting the civilization is the problem. In fact, I'm so certain of it that what I'm going to do is delete this part. See if it crashes. Does not crash. Undo the delete, save changes. Doesn't crash. So it just crashed randomly. Fine. Just crashed randomly. Okay. Spartans are kind of low down on the list. So I'll have to generate a few to get them. Good. Alright, so... Buildings. New Gaia armies is done. Auto scout for non-standard units is also done. So to do tomorrow is to double check what was going on with the kings, whether they're able to attack. See what I did there, just check that. Check the generator duplicates. Perhaps visually mark shallows or beaches. Check if any armor on the the lighthouse and watchtower type things are done. And then we're not adding the water buildings, so then we can maybe do HyperRandom Extreme. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for hanging around, those of you that are still here. and sign up and donate. Price pool. Please. If you want. Yep, that's all. Have a good night. I'm going to end the stream right about now.